Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about Mars as it transits into the sign of Pisces. This is going to be really significant since we have Jupiter and Neptune there. So before I get going with this talk, let me remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. Go to my website, galacticcenter.org, and sign up for my free newsletter, and you will receive all of my predictions weekly delivered to your email address. And while at my website, check out my beautiful jewelry and all the new classes that I'm having. So Mars will move into the sign of Pisces on May 16th. And Mars does well in Pisces, but let me say, with all the energy that's going on in Pisces, this is a lot. Neptune will be 0 degrees of Pisces on May 16th. Therefore, we have Mars crossing over Neptune on that day. And let me say this, Mars will really bring things out. Neptune is the illusion, the problems, the things we can't see, but Mars hits it. All of a sudden we see things we never saw before, and we're thinking, wow, has that been going on all this time? Yes, it's intense. Mars is a trigger, it's a bullet. And while Mars is transiting, by the way, in Pisces, since Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, then Mars is going to be activating Jupiter all the more. And it's going to cross over Jupiter, by the way, while it's there on May 28th. So, you know, I think about that song, when the moon's in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. Well, hey, that happens every 2 years. So it is not that big of a deal. So I wish that would bring peace to our planet, as the song goes, because we certainly need it now. But going back to the Mars-Neptune conjunction that happens on the 16th of May, Neptune rules oil and gas, and Mars is a major trigger. Believe it or not, I'm thinking fuel prices could go up more. I don't know how that's possible with the prices that it's currently at, but something about fuel and energy and oil will be triggered big time. Whether it makes prices go up or not, it's a major thing that we're going to discover about all of this. It's like this. There is so much going on that we don't know about because Neptune reveals all the secrets. Mars is a major revealer, but it's a jolt of energy to what needs to be known and heard. This is a big deal, what we're going to be seeing. So Mars entering in Pisces is huge, and it's also going to trigger major floods, major storms. We don't usually have storms in May, but this is what I'm seeing. So, and the whole time that it's with Neptune, it's going to be in the nakshatra Purva Bhadrapada. And it will be there in Purva Bhadrapada till May 21st. So it's about to change into Uttara Bhadrapada on the 21st. But still, while it's in the Purva, remember Purva means former, Uttara means latter. And the Bhadrapada's actually symbol is that they're the feet of the funeral cot. And with so much going on, yes, this does indicate that there's a lot of death and problems happening on our planet right now. So be aware. There's a lot that can instigate more death. And maybe it's floods, maybe it's war, but it's happening with Mars being in Pisces. This is an intense movement into the sign of that Jupiter is in. So, but while it's in Purva Bhadrapada, Purva means former, but its symbol is the man with two heads or two faces. One is said to be looking into the future and one into the past. And I believe that can symbolize that many past instances and things that have happened before are really fueling future events, but it can also mean a visionary, seeing the future and making a healing because of what has happened in the past. But I also look at Purva Bhadrapada as a man with two faces, meaning there are many people who are two-faced right now. They are not being honest with us and not telling the truth. What's new, right? But this will bring it out, and it's going to be more intense while Mars is in this particular nakshatra. But by the 21st, when it goes into Uttara Bhadrapada is symbolized by the serpent of the deep, which means we're going to be looking deep into realms of things possibly and probably beyond this world, the metaphysical world, and research, getting to the core and the bottom of things with healing. This is what we need. And as we have Mars with Jupiter, and that they come together on the 28th of May, they will be at 9 degrees of Pisces. This is deep within the sign of Pisces. And Mars with Jupiter, and they're in Jupiter's sign, can be a beautiful enhancing quality of bringing out spirituality, the truth, things, and emotional issues, and compassion. When I think about Pisces, I think about that it is the most compassionate sign, especially being in Uttara Bhadrapada. The world is trying to come together to heal because of so much loss and war and destruction. That's what this Mars with Jupiter is going to bring about, a need for compassion. And being in Pisces is wonderful. So Mars is dispositing to Jupiter since it's in Jupiter's sign. And it makes Jupiter more powerful during this time. And we need more of Jupiter in Pisces, bringing healing to the emotional body, healing and compassion to the world. And while it's in Uttara Bhadrapada, we're going to need it because that's the end of the funeral cot. So that can also mean that something is coming to an end as well. While June 6th, all the way pretty much from May 21st through June 6th, we have Mars in Uttara Bhadrapada, because by June 6th, we're going to have Mars go into Revati, where when it goes into Revati, throughout the time that Mars is in Pisces, it will be in Revati. And that takes us through into June, that Mars is still in Pisces. But Revati, let's talk about that. Revati deals with travels. And Pushan is the god that owns Revati. And this reflects so much about that we're protected now. There's a great protection. And Pushan is the protectorate. And things need to come to this. I believe that there's a spirit, a world that's out there that is here to help us heal what's going on in the planet. We need higher help. And I believe when Mars goes into this nakshatra, it's going to be a healing. Now, this nakshatra Revati is also ruled by Mercury. And so it is a time to travel. It is time to move forward. It is time for learning and new information to come to the planet. And that is exactly what is needed. And I believe the whole time that we have Mars in the sign of Pisces, it's going to bring needed compassion and healing to the planet. And I believe, besides the oil prices going up and escalating prices with food because of shipments and things, everything's going up in price. Yes, this is a very emotional time. And the storms, and let me remind you, when Neptune and Jupiter come together, which they will be during this time, there's going to be something happen that's going to bring this healing. because all that's been happening has been so destructive and terrible that this is the time that a healing will come about, will happen, and Mars in Pisces could bring peace, start to bring peace, temporary peace, because we all know that where the planets are going this year, this is probably a breather which we need. We need this breather because where the planets are going by August, it's going to be very, very dangerous. As Mars goes into Aries, that's the time that things are going to really get heated up. So while it's in Pisces, travel, do the things that brings you joy and happiness, because it's going to really get intense. So Revati is a positive nakshatra. Go for it. Experience it. That will be through when Mars is in Revati. It's going to be in June. So enjoy the month of May and June. But I know there's still going to be a lot of destruction and difficulty going on throughout this entire year. And where Mars is transiting is always a trigger. It's always the triggering device because, well, Mars represents war. But Mars will be in Pisces. It will enter into Pisces May 16th, and it will be there for 6 weeks. And then we've got to buckle up and prepare once Mars enters into Aries, which is coming in July. So I will keep you posted as the planets move and what we can expect so that we can better plan and give guidance to our life. That's what astrology's for. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information on me, remember you can always go to my website, galacticcenter.org, or if you would like to study with me, now's the time. We're going to be starting up all sorts of new classes in June and July, so get ready. Go to University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.